Hey, good morning, Joe Deary, Powerful Improvements, Putnam, Connecticut. It is Wednesday, June 21st. Saturday, I had the heart attack. 5 days later, here we are. Walking around, feeling pretty good. My first cardiologist appointment is today, and we'll see what happens from there. Since I'm on light duty and I'm not supposed to be washing anything or doing anything too strenuous, I'm gonna do a little bit of testing today. And over the last week or so, I got my DPI hooked up on the X6. So that allows me to couple a pressure washer with this thing, okay? And we're gonna do a little testing, little flow testing, little distance testing. And I got the Red Gun hooked up, but I also, the other day, got myself a Water Boss gun. So we're gonna do a little Water Boss versus Red Gun testing, okay? I think I'm gonna probably wind up going with this one. I think it's gonna be a little bit better than the Red Gun, but we're gonna find out what they do and how they perform momentarily. All right, so I've coupled the 5.5. This setup here goes over to my smaller 5.5 that we ran for the last couple seasons. It's still a very good running machine. That's the One Pull Baby machine over there, and I'm expecting it's gonna start right up, no problem. I've got it coming into this bypass with this valve shut off, so it automatically kicks it up into this whip line, which goes into the X6, okay? This X6 in here comes around. I don't know if you can see the little knob right here. Let me see. This is like an unloader right here. You can back this off or turn it on, and it kind of controls the pressure. I've got it maxed right out. We're going for the top amount of pressure with this thing, so that we can get the most performance out of it with the 5.5. First thing we're gonna do is flow test the X6 on its own, and we're going to I set up this all here, measured out 50 feet to the first cone, 60 feet to the second cone. I got my gutter tool here so it doesn't roll or move, okay? And that's our base to stand from, and we're going to see what kind of distance we get with the Red Gun, and then we're going to flow test the Red Gun. Then we're going to start up the 5.5, so we're coupling that water in here, distance test there, flow test there. Then I'm going to take this gun off of the hose because I don't have any quick connects here. We'll put the Water Boss on and do the same thing. Here we go. All right, we got 200 feet of 5/8 hose on the reel. So we're running through the reel. The reel itself has a 1/2-inch manifold. That's like the only restriction I have. Everything else is 5/8 and 3/4. We got the big valves, etc. This is only rinse mode. You can see that we're bone dry here, not sprayed anything. We got a little tiny bit of wind, and let's see what happens. The wind is killing me. No wind, I usually hit that 50-foot mark, no problem. That's probably about 40 right now. There we go, no wind. And we punched out a little closer to the cone. Wait for the wind to drop. There we go. Almost on the cone. There we go. Hit the cone. All right, so we're about 48, 50 feet or so with just the X6. Now let's flow test. I got my 15-gallon drum set here in the garage because that's the flattest spot I have. This barrel's got its graduation marks going up the side, and we're just gonna flow test here for 1 minute. I'm not gonna put you guys through this because I need 2 hands, but we'll show you the result. All right, so the X6 is rated at like 6.5 or 6.8 gallons per minute. But that would be wide open flow right off the pump. You guys know that. You start adding hose and everything else, you get some restriction. I'm at 5.8 gallons, which is not too bad. That's right about where I expected it would be. Now let's fire up the pressure washer and see what we get. So here you go. I know you guys love this. Stone cold. Let's see. Choke on. Fuel on. I haven't started this thing in quite a while. Oh, almost. There we go. 2 pulls. All All right, so now that's flowing through here wide open. You can see I probably need an O-ring replaced, a couple drips. That flow's coming right through here. Let's do a quick distance test first. Well, we let that barrel drain. Again, this is adding the 5.5 gallon per minute machine to the X6. Oh, my neighbor's walking by. We don't want to shoot her with the dog. Well, hang on just a minute. Oh yeah, I can definitely feel some punch. There's a difference there. Let's see, little wind, same thing. Now I'm barely on the 50-foot cone. Again, I'm fighting a little bit of wind. Not a big change. I can feel a little punch in my hand though. Definitely a bit more slap. Well, now I'm past the cone. Couple feet past the cone. You can see that tree blowing around. Wind is definitely not helping me. There we go. We're past the cone. I'd say I'm gaining at probably 3 to 5 feet in distance. Let's do a flow test. I'm real happy with that flow test. That puts me at right about 8 gallons total, which is what we would expect. We know we're not going to get double, okay, but we were just under 6, and now we're right about at 8. So we added, you know, roughly 2.5, 3 gallons per minute. That's a big difference. That turns us into a real performing machine, flowing at roughly the same as my pressure washer will. So I'm real happy with that. I can't squirt my house because all the windows are open. I wish the wind would die down so we could get a little truer test here. Well, I'm past 50 feet and I've got much more slap. Hear it? Let's put that water boss on. All right, there it is. I can't seem to get it quite tight enough. It's leaking slightly in the swivel. Not thrilled with the swivel. I may pull that out of there completely and replace it with a different swivel that I have. This one never leaked, so we'll see. Can't seem to get it much tighter than that. Aggravating. And, you know, whatever. But this gun is extremely smooth on the trigger and much lighter weight than the red gun. We're running on just the X6 now, no pressure washer. Let's see what we get for distance. We've got nearly no wind. Right about 50. So not any real difference. As far as distance goes, let's flow test it. All right, so I got pretty much exactly the same result. I'm just under 6 at like 5.8 gallons per minute with just the water boss and the X6. Let's dump this on again, fire up the pressure washer and run them together and see what we get. All right, here we go. Let's see what we get. There it is, one pull, baby. All right, distance test first. Standing on the stick. Again, dealing with the wind, same thing. Just past the cone by a little bit. We're about 50, 52 feet. Same as the red gun. Don't really feel any difference there. Slap is about the same. I will say that the stream on this is cleaner. Look how clean that is. Not much fray till you get about 8 or 10 feet out. Let's flow test. All right, nearly the same results. We're right about at 8 gallons a minute, so I've got no performance difference with my setup. You may find something different happens with yours. But I got no performance difference at all between the Red Gun and the Water Boss. And that's fine. It comes down to preference. What you want to use. I will use this gun. We'll give it a try. It's much lighter weight, smaller, a little more compact, nice easy trigger pull. I do like that. The fan and cone, real nice. And we got some big projects coming up next week. So the idea with getting this built and getting the X6 coupled together for me in the next couple days here with the pressure washer was that I can run two things at once. So I'm going to have one of my sons using the pressure washer downstreaming, and then I can be giving a little assistance, maybe with the X6, doing some soaping, doing some rinsing in an effective manner. So that's what we got. You guys will find your own results. Please do your own testing. I highly recommend that you know what's going on with your equipment. Flow test. Do it. Draw test. Do it. I got lots of videos showing you how to do it. Too many people are asking me questions without doing their own testing. Do your own testing, then we got something to talk about. You guys have a great day.